RawCast. RawCast. The first independent, unbiased, and completely free source of information and entertainment on the internet and quite possibly throughout the world, the universe, the galaxy, and everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, in-betweeners and outsiders, welcome to episode number 18 of RawCast. Did you miss us? Of course you did. Questions such as these go unanswered. But we're back, not with a vengeance, we're just back. We just took not a little break, we're just back on track and on time and on schedule, because anytime the RawCast is being broadcast, it is the right time. How are you doing? How are you? How's things? How's life? I bet it's going well. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of June 2022, and where we are located currently, geographically, we are well on to the summertime. And since this is the summertime, the operating committee of RawCast, after lengthy discussions and variable debates, has decided to try a little experiment which consists as this. As you can see here, we've got a modern telecommunications device which can be used safely, we assume safely, to access the internet. And what we're going to do today, for the sake of experimentation, basically, always, we're going to browse this site called Reddit, which is an American Chinese-owned news aggregate site, which contains different subsections called subreddits, which in turn have a specific theme each. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be exploring Reddit's front page, which is basically, let's say, a best of all the top posts from each category. Well, the top posts that reach the front page, which gets updated every second, minute, or whatever, doesn't really matter. What we're going to do, for the sake of experimentation, obviously, is we're going to sit here and read the top posts from the main page of Reddit. We're going to be entering a specific subreddit. We're just going to be browsing the front page. We're just going to be reading the titles and maybe commenting on some of the top posts that are going on today. So let's see. We've got here top post from the subreddit, which is about things that make you feel good, and it's a post about the sleeping habits of a cohabiting dog and a cat. It's quite nice. You can't really see it, doesn't really matter. We're scrolling along, we're using this finger. We could be using this finger as well, but we can't really see it because it's behind the screen. Oh, here we go, the subreddit pictures. And it says, original content, cost of a 4-hour surgery and 1-week hospital stay. I have no insurance, says the poster, and thanks, this is from Italy. And the total cost in Italian hospital, I'm guessing, for a 4-hour surgery and a 1-week hospital stay, says here the picture, 53.78 euros. Obviously, you're going to have to take our word for it. And I don't know, I guess this is quite impressive. I mean, you have a 4-hour surgery and then you stay in the hospital for a week. They feed you, they clothe you, they bathe you, they clean after your shit. 53 euros. It's like staying at a hotel, and you have a surgery. And you get to look at all the nurses. Doesn't matter, male or female or in between or outside, whatever. I don't know. Comment. What do you think? Scrolling on, there's this dude or dudette, which is, it's a live video broadcast, which is, I don't know, maybe we're going to do a Reddit live broadcast at some point, but hold on your horses. Your horses! So it's this dude or dudette which is drawing, quite nice drawings. Okay, next post. Ask Reddit is the subreddit, which users log in and they ask specific questions and they get specific answers from fellow users. So this user here asks, what things should be kept private from your significant other, no matter how healthy your relationship is? Well, that's a very good question. Should we practice full disclosure? Is it better to keep things to ourselves? What would be the ultimate characteristic of a healthy relationship? Like being fully open and transparent? Or just keeping a little bit for ourselves? Or even just hiding the majority of ourselves and then just outwardly projecting an image, something that we know is going to please and placate? I don't know. Nobody knows. We could click and find out what other people think, but I think it's best for us to think for ourselves and answer this question. What do you think? We can tell you what we think, but we're not going to tell you because you have to think and let us know. And if you don't, well, it doesn't really matter. You're going to let yourself know if you do. The next post is a video of a woman chasing a dog throughout a busy, we're assuming American city street. Now, this one is not chasing the dog because, I don't know, I think it's not her dog, it's just this dog running amok because it's scared in the street. And she's chasing behind the dog, and eventually she manages to reach the dog and grab the dog and whisk the dog out to safety. How nice. How nice. And this comes from the subreddit Next Fucking Level, as if things that get posted there are like next level, as in this could not be possibly happening, but yet it is happening. Next post from the subreddit Not the Onion. Now, the Onion, if you don't know, which case you might not know, it's an American comedic site which is like, it poses itself as a news site, but then again I think it pokes fun of almost everything and everyone. We're not really sure because we don't read the Onion, but some people here do, and this subreddit is called Not the Onion, which they kind of mean that they're posting their news and articles which are so absurd, but they come from the mainstream media, but they're so stupid and absurd and outlandish that they could belong to the Onion, but they don't. So this is from the Onion, and it says, Marjorie Taylor Greene, which is, if we're not mistaken, part of the US Senate, is a Senate representative, blames tampon shortage on transgender people. We're going to take a sip from our coffee because this is obviously heavy news. So these US representative thinks that there's a tampon shortage, I guess, in the US. Obviously, this side is obviously too American-centric because it's the majority of its user base comes from the Americas, from America, not from the Americans. But then again, yes. So this representative in the Senate says that the tampon shortage that exists right now in the US is caused by transgender people. Okay, we could log in, we could just click on the news article and see what people say and what's really going on, but it just sounds outrageous, outlandish. We don't really know, you can tell us. Scrolling on, and the next subreddit is called White People Twitter, and it's tweets that have been posted by white people, or at least people that present themselves as white, whatever. And the title is called This is the Lawsuit We Need, and it's a screenshot of a tweet by a person. We're not going to say the name, it doesn't really matter, maybe it's somebody famous, but we don't really care and we don't really know. But it says, new, a South Florida synagogue has sued over Florida's 15-week abortion ban, contending the measure violates religious freedom rights. In Jewish law, says the South Florida synagogue, abortion is required if necessary to protect the health, mental or physical well-being of the woman. Now obviously this is news, and it's because there's currently a large debate going on over to the US about abortion and abortion rights, and there's this move, this push towards criminalizing once again abortions. And the synagogue, this South Florida synagogue, says that abortion shouldn't be penalized because they take care of it's about the health of the woman. So that's what they say. So, okay, we'll just scroll on. No, this is another subreddit called Box Office. We're thinking it talks about, the box office, like the movie box office. And the news article says, Taika Waititi will expand Star Wars away from pre-existing characters, forget prequel origin stories. The galaxy far, far away will no longer look backward to Luke, Leia, Han Solo, and Darth Vader. Okay, we're already bored. Doesn't really matter. Somebody else might enjoy this, but we're not enjoying this. We're scrolling along. This next news article comes from the subreddit Facepalm, which is like the thing happening when it's like this thing that supposedly happens when somebody encounters something outlandishly stupid or outrageously obscene or something like that. And the article says, plug up volcanoes with cement. It's worth a try, right? And it's just somebody's idea of plugging up volcanoes with cement so they don't explode in the future. Fair enough. That's why it's a face-palmish issuing news article. Next subreddit, politics. And the article says, Herschel Walker, critic of absentee fathers, has a second son he doesn't see. How nice. Obviously, there's this guy called Herschel Walker. We don't know who that guy is. You can search for it yourselves. Who is a critic of absentee fathers, who's somebody who says, fathers who are absent from their sons or daughters from their children's lives should be shot, executed, I don't know, put on somewhere high and then pelted with tomatoes, we don't really know. It appears that they themselves, we're assuming he's a he, they have a second son that they don't visit, so they're just not doing what you can see a beautiful butt. It's a cameo. It's a butt cameo. And we're hoping you're enjoying the butt cameo. Oh, look at it. It's moving out of the way, the butt cameo. So we're continuing. The next subreddit is called PC Master Race. And the PC Master Race is a subreddit dedicated to PCs in general and PC gaming in particular, as opposed to console gaming. So, yes, it's a 4-panel comic strip commemorating the death of Internet Explorer. So, if you don't know, if you don't know, Microsoft has decided to discontinue after 27 years or something like that the world famous Internet Explorer, which nobody really uses anymore, or if anybody uses it, is for them to download either Google Chrome or don't download Google Chrome because we said so, just download Mozilla Firefox, because it's a non-profit organization, while Google Chrome is a for-profit organization, and they kind of obsessively spy over and manipulate your data and all that crap. You know the drill. The next article comes from the subreddit to TIFU, which translates to Today I Fucked Up. And the news article says, today I fucked up when I invited my girlfriend to Adult World. Obviously, again, we know this is pretty Americanocentric news, but it's about this guy or girl, we don't know, who invited their girlfriend to Adult World, which we don't really know what it is, but it's we're assuming it's like something like a sex-themed place where you go to exchange ideas. We don't really know. It doesn't really matter. We're scrolling along, and maybe even taking a sip from our coffee. The next news article comes from the subreddit Wholesome Memes. We don't really like coffee, we're just doing it for the effect. Wholesome Memes. The article says it's a 4-panel graphic comic strip again. Ooh, we've reached the end of the line. Well, time flies fast when you're having fun. Doesn't it? Yes, it does. We're gonna see you soon. And have the bat cameo there as well. Probably.